be in a community of people that are like you. So don't worry about it. And it's like one of the biggest lies I have told anybody, because in this new community that somebody has built for me, it's like, these people are crazy. So anyway, it's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns. I think I need a microphone. Let me get that out too. I always forget the microphone. So that's it. I think that's the saddest part of my life, is that I haven't been able to actually just be in a community of people that are not jealous or sickening or whatever. So it's like, that's all I've been thinking about. It's just the jealousy of it all. Because I have a story to tell. Of course, the drama of living. I would just rather be I wish I had the money, because I would probably be like in a youth hostel somewhere, or be creating a youth hostel. I would buy a building, one of these old schools, and create a youth hostel. Because the people at the youth hostels are like pretty cool. They have their own agenda too. Like, they're not like really trying to do anything but travel and get what they want to get done. They want to go see the sights. Like, they don't have time to worry about you and your pitiful life. So that's the best part about traveling and being in a youth hostel. So I will not be doing that today. So hey, it's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns. I got one more thing to do, right? I gotta get Black Unicorns up. So yeah, that's all. It's just my side of life. And sometimes I just like really want to have like a conversation and like skip and hold hands and then go and create an atomic bomb or something. Like, I'm so serious. Like, it's like so crazy. Or talk about what we could do in surgery. I don't know. Like, it's just like, give me something. Maybe go through the history of something and just like create a wonderful art piece or whatever. And do it as a church or a group of people that have come up with it. And see how it works out. Because it will really work out. So, that's it. I just really am there. But the best part of everything is, like, one day I was drawing and the nun, like, actually helped me through my drawing. She was like, yeah, try it this way. She sounded like my algebra teacher. And so, my first algebra teacher, the one that gave me the confidence to be in algebra, because I was like, are you sure it's me that you want to hear? I don't know my timetables. It's me you want to hear. She's like, yeah, you're supposed to be here. If you knew the arrogance that I had at that point. I am not joking, y'all. Like, look, I'm serious. I actually walked out and I thought, thank you, God. I'm so, like, it's like I actually felt like I had an S on my chest. I am not joking. When she told me that I could actually be in that algebra class and I didn't know my time, she's like, you will get it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Test out of every math test ever. I never had to take math. I actually had to take a fake math class when I got to grad school. I never had to take math. Okay, let me keep working. I gotta go to Instagram. So yeah, that's it. That's all. I just want to glide. I want to be with a group of people and design earrings and then leave and go, like, see what's gonna, like what type of peppermint medicine we can make. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just like, I just always tell them, I'm just like, the whole time, they are my freaking community, the whole time. So anyway, it's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns, and I'm talking about the desolation of my life. Okay, y'all, so look. This is the worst part about wearing mascara. Like, so you can't use oil to get this under your eye. Y'all see how it looks like it's dark? That's because it's like left over. So some people be like, oh my God, my pigmentation. So since I don't have my own products right now, I can't do it. But what you can do is, if you got clay, bentonite, that's what you put under your eye. So first use oil to clean. Then we're going to use the clay bentonite, and you're going to just like put it under there like a dry clay mask. I think I got some, right? I just got some with my Sephora, so that's what I got to do tonight. And then you just clean it off. just clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. So that's it. Okay, so you guys, today is all about a mother's quest, and nobody feels like mama but me. I'm so sorry. It's like I'm like the youngest mother on earth, telling you I'm Mother Earth. So what's happened is that I have asked somebody to do something which is impossible. Which a lot of people be like, she is crazy. So I would like for my students, they were my students from 2007 to 2010, and a few of my students from 2011, 3 boys, 3 or 4 boys, I think it's 5 boys from 2011, and they were in St. Louis. So the other students are all in Texas. I got 5 boys here that I wanted to help me too that are from St. Louis, Missouri. And their mothers too. I need your mama. I need your mamas too, because the mothers are like, you just like look at them and you like, that's your backbone, honey. I know that's your backbone. She's your backbone. So I want them to help me to create a school. And I want us to be able to teach at the school and run the school. So we don't all have to be certified. Some of us do. So I got this idea because we used to like do jobs in the classroom, and that came from Texas, honey. So a lot of this, all of my education background really did come from Texas. When I was in Missouri and I taught music, I taught myself. I went to a PD. I didn't get paid to go to the PDs because I wasn't in salary. I just got paid $25 an hour. $25 an hour. When I moved to Texas, the lady said, why would you leave $25 an hour? And it's like, because the area is really sucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I worked in the projects, and I'm talking about, even though the kids are bad, they send them to me for discipline because I would treat them like they were in the freaking army. Like, I'm not joking. I fell in love with all their little chocolate butts. I'm not playing. So, what's happening now is they really thought I was mean, but I'm not mean at all. And the kids knew that too. I was just hard on them. I was strict because I was like, I'm not playing. Do you think I had? I didn't ask to be nobody teacher. You see what I'm saying? Because the lady actually, she was a dance studio teacher. And she was like, she was coming to SIUE to help us. And, yeah, I think they're going to get me for this. They're going to watch. They're going to tell me it's a copyright claim. But, so I went there, and I went to sub one day, and she said, oh, I'm only able to come here every other day. I can't come here every day. You know what I'm saying? And she dancing like she the first black person on Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I can come here every day, and I know how to teach music. She said, okay, I think you should come here every day. My job started in January. And so, because I stayed there so long, so you start for like, $18 an hour, I ended up making $25 an hour. It was probably cheaper than that. So, that's it. That's your job. When you become a sub, all you trying to do is get into a permanent position. So, this is my permanent position. And this girl, that's when the sorority was still stalking me, and the girl says, well, you're going to be a teacher all your life. Because they had already put, like, some kind of ban on my life and all this stuff. So, it was like, oh, okay. And that was because they stole my writing with the alphas, right? And she was an AKA, actually. And it's like, so how would you know when you in St. Louis? You didn't go to SIUE, girl, go on somewhere. So I guess one of them came and told. I can't keep looking at this right here. So that was like in 2003. 2003, I got my first teaching job. And they actually offered me the job to come back next year. But I couldn't because I'm a Texan. So that's really when I really did realize that I am really a Texan. And a lot of people in college didn't know because during those college years, I only traveled to Chicago. I didn't go to Texas. So that's it. I'm a Texan. So I went back to Texas, but this time I went to Dallas because I had a friend there already. I just had to leave because it was too much drama. Especially if I would be making money, my mom would be in my pocket every single day. I wouldn't have had anything. She would have found a way. Y'all see they found a way and she passed away because some people think you owe honor to your parents when they do something, and it's like, that is not what you need to do. You need to actually get away from you. So anyway, in this thing, this is my request as a mother. And it's going to be different. It's actually going to be the opposite when I tell you this. So this is in Matthew chapter 20 through 28. The mother of Zebedee's sons came to Jesus with her sons and kneeling down asked a favor of him. What is it you want, he asked. She said, grant that one of these 2 sons of mine sit at your right and the other at your left in your kingdom. You don't know what you're asking, Jesus said to them. Can you drink the cup I am going to drink? We can, they answered. This is the hardest part, y'all. So when I found out that they were stalking me, all I kept doing was praying to God that I was the only person that they did this to. I'm the only person they kept going in a circle. I'm the only person that they kept track of their sex life and their life and their job and all this stuff. I'm the only person. I would think, God, please just let me be the only person. God, just let me be the one. Because I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I wouldn't. I would not wish my life on my worst enemy. I wouldn't. I want something better for me. So that part means a lot to me because I was just like, they said they can. And you know what? We don't want you to. This is why I was creating what I created. Like last night I cried, y'all, because I thought all I ever wanted to see was Pinky at the party. And that's why I came up with the first idea. Like, that's all I wanted was to see Pinky at the party. And Pinky, I know some people don't always listen to my show. So Pinky was my cousin. And her mother suffered like a lot of abuse from my stepdad's brother. And everybody knew that he abused her. I mean, I had never seen her beaten before. But when you meet her, she's so freaking sweet. And he beat her to a point. I think she had brain damage or something like that too. So when I first thought about saving her, I was young because I wanted to save her. I always wanted to get her out of there. I used to wish for a car so I could go pick her up. Y'all, when I was able to get a car, I still couldn't save her. Because I wasn't able, you see what I'm saying? She had already passed away. When it was time for me to go pick her up, she had already passed away. And they had already knocked down their house, I think. They knocked down the house and they moved away. And so that was it. I just always want to see Pinky at the party. So, that was why. You know, I always wanted my cousins and my boyfriends that had to sell drugs and be in crime or be forced into crime. Because we were young. We generation, Patrick, Eric, Candy, me. We didn't want to do none of that stuff. Like, we just didn't want to do none of that stuff. And so we would be forced into it. So, she was talking about this the other day where somebody used to tell one of their kids to go steal from them. And so when you tell your kids to go steal for you at an early age, some kids would do it for the rest of their life. They won't have relationships, and then they will always be trying to go get something for their mother. And so it's a guy at the shelter that would do that too. So everybody is getting mad at him and saying that his mother is abusive. I mean, that he is abusive to his mother. But he getting beat up in the streets and all this different stuff. And he's white, you know what I'm saying? So, and his mother goes and sits there and waits for him to come back with the drugs. So he really doesn't do anything but smoke weed. He doesn't do any other drugs but weed. But his mother is sitting him out to go get more drugs, like pills and different things like that. Or she'll act fake being sick and go get drugs from other people. So all them sit in this group and do drugs together, and they older people. So everybody's looking at him like he is such a shame to his family, his life. And they are actually the ones that are actually making him go do it. So he feels like he has an honor to go get the drugs. So it's like, are you serious? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is like, are you freaking kidding me? So every day I used to pray, yes, Shantae, hopefully you are the one. So we can, they answered. Jesus said to them, you will indeed drink from my cup. But to sit at the right or left of me is not for me to grant. It's not for me to grant. These places belong to those for whom they have been prepared by my Father. So what he's saying is, we have to you can drink from my cup. But everything else is for the people that came before you. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is for people that are older than you. You know what I'm talking about? Like, this is for somebody that is older than you. Like, you coming before people, like you asking them to go before people that have more experience. Because this is like, these two are part of the 12 disciples. So the other men actually got kind of upset with him. So listen, when the 10 heard about this, they were indignant. They were indignant with the two brothers. Jesus called them together and said, you know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them. So the high officials exercise authority over them. Not so with you. Instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant. You see? So the greatest person is the person that will serve you. And whoever wants to be first must be your slave. So it's like if you haven't put in the time and the effort to do anything, how the hell you going to be over somebody? That's what they trying to tell you. Just as the Son of Man did come to be served, but to serve and give us his life as ransom for many. So it's like if you haven't actually been, and you know people call it grunt work, and you don't have to abuse people with doing grunt work. You don't have to do that, but it's like, that's why they always say the CEO will always sweep the floor. Because they already know what it is like to be at the bottom and make it to the top. And so that's it. Like, it's just like, I really thought that was like so cool. Because I want my students to open a school with me. And whether you know it or not, they actually had an experience that is at the bottom. They went through every single thing with us in that school. And to be in a place that is such a demeaning situation, to be in a place where they won't be allowed, where they weren't allowed to do anything, where it was such prejudice from people of the same skin color, to have to stand with each other and also be together while wickedness ruled the school. They have experience. So therefore, I would like for them to drink from my cup with me. You understand? But to also be led by the elders that led me. You understand what I'm talking about? So actually, I did think it was going to be opposite, but it's not opposite. It's actually asking the same thing. I'm asking the same thing. And that's it. That's what I'm asking, the same thing. So every day I think it's just like how I love how they just give me a scripture and it's like, oh my God, that's just something I really do. I really relate to this. So the nuns have been doing a beautiful job. The other thing is today, for Lent, you have to smile at 3 people. Smile at 3 people. I mean it. And don't just do it. Don't do it to your enemy. I'm serious because I told y'all I can't. It's just be some stuff I can't do. And I'm not asking you to do it either. I'm not. I'm not. Smile at people you love. Smile at 3 people you love. And if you do it more than that, guess what? You are a wonderful person. So that's my mother's request. Because I want my son in my side. I do. I want my son at my side to drink from my cup. And they have the experience. They have the know-how to do exactly what I need them to do. So anyway, that's it for today. It's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns. I am not preaching. I am just teaching. Have a good day. Wow.